Welcome. Here is a solution to a TEVETA past exam paper question. It reads, obtain the first three terms in the expansion of a plus x over b raised to power 6 in ascending powers of x, and if the first and third terms are t1 is 64 and t3 is 80 divided by 3 multiplied by x squared respectively, find the values of a and b. We have learned three methods of expanding binomial expressions. The first one being the Pascal's triangle. The second one is where we use combinations. And method number 3 is where we use the Binomial Theorem. Now notice if we have a positive power, if we want to expand a binomial expression which is raised to a positive power, like in this particular case, we're raising it to the power 6. The easiest two methods are Pascal's triangle and combinations. In this solution, I will use the Pascal's triangle. We are given a plus x divided by b raised to the power 6, and we want to obtain the first three terms in the expansion. Let's begin by constructing the Pascal's triangle. In the Pascal's triangle, the first and the last terms, the first and the last numbers of each row is always 1. So in the first row, we have 1. In the second row, we have a 1 and a 1. Notice also that in the construction of Pascal's triangle, each interior number is the sum of the two numbers directly above it from the previous row, which means that we'll add this one and this one to get this interior number, which will give us 2. And the first and last numbers are always 1s. To get the interior number here, we'll add this one and this one to give us 3. We're going to add this one and this one to give us this 3 interior number. And the first and last numbers are always 1. We continue like that. We add this one and this one to get this interior number. We add this one and this one to get this interior number. We add this one and this one to get that interior number. The first and the last two numbers are always 1. And we continue like that. So we got a 5 here, a 10 here, a 10 here, a 5, a 1, and a 1. We've got a 6 here, a 15 here, a 20 here, A 15 here, a 6 here, and a 1 and a 1. Now notice that if we want to expand anything to the power 0, we use the first row. If we're expanding anything to the power 1, we use this row, and so on and so forth. To the power 2, we use that row. To the power 3, to the power 4, to the power 5, and to the power 6, we're going to use these coefficients. Okay, so let's go ahead and expand this. We know that the first term is raised to the power 6. So we're going to raise that on to the power 6. We will use 1 here as the first coefficient. So we have a 1 here. I will not write it because I know that when we multiply anything with 1, we just don't write the 1 in mathematics. And we also know that b, x over b here is raised to power 0, which will simply give us 1. And we can ignore that one as well. The next coefficient is 6. And a will start reducing in power by 1. So we're going to have power 5. And x over b will start increasing in power. So we've got a power 1 here. The next term, the coefficient of the next term is 15. So we're going to have 15. A keeps reducing in power by 1. So we're going to have a raised to the power 4 there. And x over b increases in power. So we're increasing from 1, we're going to have power 2 there. And so on and so forth. So these are the first three terms of expansion. Term 1, term 2, and term number 3. We have obtained the first three terms of the expansion. Notice we have also been told in the question that the first term is equal to 64. So therefore, T1, which is a to the power 6, this one, is equal to 64. If we take this, the sixth root on both sides of the equation, we will obtain a being equal to 2. So we have found a. We have also been told that the third term is 80 over 3 multiplied by x squared. So therefore, this third term here, 15a raised to the power 4 x over b all squared should be equivalent to 80 x squared divided by 3. Okay. We also know that a is 2. We've found a here. So we're going to replace 2 here, which will give us 15. 2 raised to the power 4. At this point, I would like to remove the brackets. So if I remove the brackets, the x there will be raised to the power 2. And the b also will be raised to what? Power 2. This is equivalent to 80 divided by 3 x squared. We've got x squared and x squared on both sides of the equation. We can cancel them out. And we can remove the brackets here by raising 2 to the power 4. And 2 raised to the power 4 is 16. So we've got 15 multiplied by 16 divided by b squared on the left hand side. And on the right hand side, we got 80 divided by 3. What we want to do next is we want to make b the subject of a formula. The easiest way is to simply cross multiply. So my b squared will go there. I'll multiply this one and this one, which will give us 240. The 80 will come here by cross multiplying, and the 3 will go on the numerator. We can simplify this further by dividing that into there. 80 goes into there exactly 3 times. And if we multiply this one and this one, we're going to get 9. So 9 is equal to b squared. And if we take the square root on both sides, we find that b is equal to 3. So b is equal to 3. So we've got a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3. The next thing that the question requires, it requires us to find the value of the second term. Now, the second term is 6a to the power 5 divided by x over b raised to the power 1. That's our second term. So T2 is equal to 6a 5 multiplied by x over b, which is, we know the value of a. A is 2, so we're going to have 2 raised to the power 5 multiplied by x. We also know the value of b. We've already found it. It's 3. Okay, so if we simplify that further, 2 raised to the power 5 is 32. We're dividing everything by 3 and multiplying by x. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 32 is 64 multiplied by x. So therefore, the second term is 64x. The end.